What's up, my brother? Today, we're gonna use our observation haki and try to peek at what's coming for the 7th anniversary of One Piece Bounty Rush. Which extreme characters can we actually get this time? So, enough yapping and let's start predicting. But first, before we even predict the extreme characters, let me ask you something. Do you know when the 7th anniversary is? Some of you might already know, but some of you probably don't. Well, let me tell you, it's on January 1st. If it's not January 1st, it might be in the 20th or 21st of January. But on our past anniversaries, I think there's a couple of EX that have been released on January 1st. Now, if you have been around OPBR for a while, you know that usually every main anniversary we get 3 extreme characters. But here's the catch. If there's a 0.5 anniversary, like 6.5 or 5.5, that's not a main one. Main anniversaries are always the big celebrations. So what does that mean? On January 1st, we should expect the first EX character. The second EX usually comes either the second week of January or the third week. It's not always fixed. Sometimes it can drop around the 10th or the 20th. Honestly, it really depends on Mr. 10-a-piece, sir, and how he decides to cook. Now for the third EX, that's usually in Feb. Yeah, I'm not really sure if it's Feb 29 or before Feb 29, but it's around that though. And this one they've been really consistent with. They usually drop it every year around the end of Feb, but around there though. Alright, let's get into the juicy part. The predictions. My first prediction is none other than Blackbeard V2. Here's why. We've already seen Bandai start releasing the Blackbeard pirates, so it only makes sense that the man himself, Teach, finally gets a new EX version. Think about it. Blackbeard has such a huge presence in One Piece, in my opinion, okay? And he's one of the most hyped characters in all of One Piece because of his devil fruit. Well, if you don't agree, then it's okay. But for me, I'm getting hyped. I'm getting hyped. If they drop Blackbeard V2 for the 7th anniversary, it's going to break the game. Well, I hope. I can already imagine his skills, maybe a dark vortex pull, or maybe even a move where he uses quake powers like Whitebeard's fruit, right? That would be insane. This could be the most broken unit we've ever seen, so I will start saving now. Now, my second prediction is Saturn from the Egghead arc. But here's the thing, I don't think Bandai will make him completely broken. He might actually be a balanced unit that still gets countered by existing EX characters, in my opinion. Why? He's one of the 5 elders, but he's getting clap out there, so I don't think he should be OP, you know. But not that hype compared to Luffy Gear 5 or Blackbeard, so I think he should not be broken. And Bandai might hold back a little and make him good, because we are so done if they're gonna release a broken unit like Kizaru. So they need to hold back a little and make him good, well balanced, but not insane, you know. Maybe give him some crazy effects, just effects but no damage, like status inflictions, poison, or something with his mythical abilities, but still fair to fight against. Yeah, that would be good. Now for the third EX, this is where it gets tricky at some point. Honestly, it could go outside the Egghead arc, and my best guess would be Loki from Elbaf. Yes, I know in the anime we are still in the Egghead arc, but yo, we might. And yeah, here's the problem. Loki hasn't even appeared much in the story or in the anime yet, so it's hard to predict exactly what he could do, but Bandai loves to surprise us, in my opinion. Yeah, who knows, we're gonna get an EX Seraphim at some point. Yeah, and anniversaries are when they sometimes introduce characters we didn't expect at all. So yeah, Loki could be a big possibility, especially if they want to start building up hype for the Elbaf arc. That would be insane though. But let's be real, it's also possible that we only get 2 EX characters this anniversary instead of 3. if that happens, I strongly believe Blackbeard V2 will be the main EX on 7th anniversary. That's for sure though. So if I had to rank my prediction, I'd say number 1 should be Saturn, okay? I think that will be perfect because usually when Bandai is dropping an EX, the first EX will be OP for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then it will get countered. Also, if it's an attacker, it will get countered hard, my brother. It happens before, so it will happen again in my opinion. And giving a Saturn first might actually be better because we need a good EX to be the main EX, you know what I mean? So I think Saturn should be the first one, and then the second one should be Loki, since if we're gonna go outside the egghead, maybe let's say on January 1st we already saw Loki but no skill yet or something, so we might see Loki as an EX in my opinion. But as a second EX, I think that is good because usually second EX kinda debalance one, you know what I mean? Like they're okay, not too OP, not too good, not too weak, but still good, you know what I mean? The second one should be in the middle, and Loki should be that one in my opinion. And for the third one, it should be Blackbeard V2, since I think Blackbeard should be the main EX on 7th anniversary. I put Blackbeard V2 on the last EX, so he should be OP and broken in my opinion because he's the only character in One Piece who have 2 Devil Fruit powers. So yeah, a broken Blackbeard V2. Whew, I can't wait though. But okay, take note, don't be too serious. That's just my observation, hockey talking, my brother. For real, I'm just predicting, okay? I'm not saying it should be like this. I'm just predicting EX characters that I want to see. Now, I want to hear from you. Who do you think will be the 7th anniversary EX? Drop your predictions in the comments because I love reading your comment, but not replying. But I'm 100% reading each and every one's comment for sure. 100%, my brother. Now, the big question everyone wants to know, which EX should you actually summon for? Here's the thing. Usually the third EX or the last EX of the anniversary ends up being the long-term meta unit. They usually last way longer in the meta than the first or second EX. But if we compare this to the 6th anniversary EX units, Garp, Sabo, and Kuzan, they are still solid and usable today. So don't sleep on the first or second EX this time. Bandai has been making anniversary units pretty strong overall. Now let's talk about the price. I'm gonna be honest. Knowing Mr. Tanapicer, banners are probably gonna be expensive. If they make it like 4,000 rainbow diamonds guaranteed, that's crazy. I could maybe accept 3.8k, but 4k is just too much. Ideally, I hope we get something like 3k, 3.2k, because that would be hype and more fair for the players in my opinion. But yeah, let's be real. Bandai loves their money. It's all about money, of course. So expect the cost to be on the higher side rather than lower side in my opinion. So yeah, might be 3.4k. So yeah, those are my 7th anniversary EX predictions for One Piece Bounty Rush. Personally, I'm betting on Blackbeard V2 as the main EX on 7th anniversary. But Saturn and Loki could definitely make an appearance. Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure about Loki. I just want to see Loki. I think we need more giant, that's why. But yeah, it's hard though. It's hard to predict the second EX, but I think we have a good chance on Saturn and Blackbeard V2. If not, I can't think about anything for real. Now, I want to know, what's your prediction? Who do you think is coming for the anniversary? And more importantly, how many rainbow diamonds have you saved up? If you're gonna ask me, I have 47 right now, so I think we need to start saving, okay? So if you enjoyed this prediction video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and join the comment section because the hype for the 7th anniversary is about to be real. So you know the drill, my brother. Stay salty, stay awesome, and salty rock. Now signing off.